in the front field here too?
Tons of them.
Energy grows in this room. When I first walked in, I didn't feel it. I didn't know it.
Does it seem connected to any of the other rooms, or?
I feel like this would be a room where somebody would stay,
Yeah?
like a worker or somebody that, I don't know if they rented rooms, a boarder. Maybe. I don't feel like it's a family room. I want to go in here.
That's the attic.
I want to go in there.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, this is an all access pass.
Oh my god.
You know?
I feel like a little happy up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. I have no reason to feel happy up here.
What kind of happy?
Like just giggly. Like,
Yeah?
yeah. Maybe the kids played up here or something. The residual energy. I feel like that's a lot of what I'm feeling in some of those rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Like even when I was walking up the stairs, I felt like there was a woman on the stairs that walks up and down, but it's probably not a spiritual woman. It's more of, you know, just the energy that somebody left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you'll get EVPs in this room. That's what I think. Okay.
You want to look around here?
Is there
Yeah,
something
wraps
over
around
there?
over here.
Oh my god. Holy! Not gonna fall through, right?
No.
I never have.
Holy mother. It's released.
Loose over there?
Yeah.
And you go loose over.
Yeah, I think the kids played up here. Because I can see some children sitting looking out the window, you know, watching or waiting for somebody. This is definitely an active room. Because I feel like my throat's closing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm actually conscious of my breathing. So I don't know if somebody died in this room. Or maybe somebody had an illness in this room. But I feel like my throat's really thick here.
Now, would you say an older, younger? What do you sort of pick up?
No, I haven't picked
No?
up that, no. I keep seeing, which has nothing to do with this room, but I even saw it when I was in the attic. I don't know if somebody died on the property, like a farmhand. Was there any accidents
Not that I know
that
of.
you know of? Okay. Because I keep seeing that over and over again since I've been upstairs. I don't think they had slaves here. But I feel like, did they hire workers from other countries, or did people come in to work here?
Mm-hmm.
Were they black people?
No.
An odd question. There's something with that, with the people that came here to work.
There's something that what?
There's something about that. Like, it might not be something that was historically recorded, but I feel like there were people that did die here that came here to work. That's what I feel. But I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. And as soon as I focus on the female energy, because I see that dress, I start to feel like I'm choking again. So I don't know what that's about. Was there a woman that died? Of some kind of breathing or choking?
On the property, you mean, or?
I don't know if it was on the property. But someone that would have lived in this house?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, she's picking that energy up. It might have been, not necessarily in the house, but somebody who might have lived in the house.
Yeah.
And it had to do with breathing?
Yeah, she was traveling.
Yes, I believe so.
You know, she was like drive through.
Because when I tap into that female energy, that's what happens.
And I mean, based on what we've found here over the years that we've come in, you've pretty much hit on a couple of them. The parlor has been a very, very strong point with what we've found here.
Yeah, and the back room. there,
In that
too.
back room, we
It's kinda-
really, the one night we were here, we actually really had a lot going on.
What back room?
Where
Where we
you're,
just came in from.
Oh, okay, that room.
we were actually up there doing a session, and both myself and Grant actually, and I don't normally give into that sort of aspect of seeing something without trying to explain it. But, and the strange thing is, my recorder, I had it, fully charged, and it just stopped. So whatever was going on was not captured.
Mm.
Captured.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I think that's good for that.
Has anybody seen apparitions here?
My mom actually, when she was here to pick me up one day, she was in the house just after closing. There was no one in here, and she was back over by the summer kitchen back there, and she did actually see what she thinks was Bateson. So the hired hand, she saw him go down the back stairs. So she saw that. She could describe everything, and she didn't know who it was at the time, but later I did show her a picture of him, and she recognized him as what she had seen.
Interesting.
But just after that, as I was going downstairs to change, I was in the change room, and in the back, in the basement, I started hearing something. Now that's not too weird because we do sometimes have mice and stuff back there, but it was more of like a regular, kind of sounded like someone was walking around the back, shuffling a little bit. And I came back up, I asked her if she was down there, just me in the basement.
Right.
No,
And he was particular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He doesn't like things moved, or like, he doesn't like things changing or being moved around. But he wasn't mad or mean. It was just like he seemed very particular, very matter of fact, kind of.
Now, Linda, Chris, and Mars, Grant, you'll remember what we captured in that room. When you guys remember
Yeah,
from that.
that was just the top of the stairs to the left there. That's
Yeah.
what we're talking about?
Yeah.
I was telling you guys, right? Top of the stairs, maybe.
What do you remember? What?
Just from last time. Well, I remember we were upstairs, and I think Grant was behind me, and I was up there. And we actually, there was some hardware on some of the pieces, like dresser hardware. You can actually hear it tapping, like click, click. At
Yeah.
the same time, Grant had earphones on, and he could hear a voice say something in his ear exactly at the same time.
Mhm.
We never got anything actually recorded on that.
No,
And I think I've heard coughing up in that room.
we've heard it. Yeah, like a
Heard-
gasp
Yeah,
and a male cough, like clearing.
but when you get it, you look at the recordings afterwards, that's not even what got recorded, it was something else, right? So
Yeah.
it's just really weird, but
Yeah.
kind of believe your own ears more than.
Yeah, I mean we do have the coughing and sort of like sighing from that room.
Yeah.
You can clearly hear, and Linda I think reacted to it. She's like, "What was that?" And I think it was Marps that might have reacted. She's like, "I heard somebody sort of like sigh." and you can actually hear it in the recording, you can hear the sigh.
Well, there was that one time, I think it was the last time we were here too, when we heard the crying, child crying. But none of our recorders captured that.
No.
And we all heard it.
Is there anybody else in the building?
I think it's just us now.
Okay,
Yeah.
because while we've all been talking, when you were talking, I heard what sounded like footsteps coming from a room over there, but I'm gonna assume that that's outside, right?
Yeah, it's the porch outside.
And then when you were talking, I could hear footsteps coming from in there, but it sounded like on another, like the lower floor. Is that where the basement is?
There's one
All
of the
my
accesses,
stuff's
yeah.
down there too.
Well, I was listening to you and I wanted to go, do you hear that? And I almost said it when you were talking, like almost blurted it out. But then I thought, oh, maybe that policeman guy's.
Well,
they're
it's
not
potential,
together.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there a porch there?
There is.
Oh, okay, so maybe he was out there walking, but there, when you were talking, I could hear something on the lower floor.
No, those two guys had no interest staying.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, what?
They were like, they were down, they were ready to
If we weren't in the house, they wouldn't come in.
Oh, they won't come in half the time. The wardens won't come in the house if they're alone.
Oh,
So they're being
God.
brave right now because there's a whole group
No,
of
but
people.
that's why I
in
was
here.
asking him, I said, well, why won't you come in the house? What's stopping you from coming in the house? Is it because things you've heard about the house? Well, I've heard a few things, but as soon as I enter the house, I just get these weird sensations. And I said, well, what kind of sensations? What are you feeling? What's going through your head? Like, and I was trying to get him to talk about it, but he's like, I don't know. I like he couldn't explain it, but he just felt really out of sorts coming in the house. Yeah.
I can understand that. I've had that.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, my camera is in your car. I left my pouch.
yeah, I'm gonna bring in my equipment.
He actually plays the flute normally, so. That's Andrew's favorite song. I really need to get a
Sorry if it starts to smell.
You
These
do.
fans are scented a little bit.
It's too tiny.
But like the artifacts and stuff like that, I don't care about moving them in there, but in here, it all has to be in order.
I don't know, like a servant, but somebody that would have done that for the family.
If you pick anything up about her, that'd be great.
Mm.
Sorry, can I just make a request that everyone speaks a little louder? I'm actually hard of hearing, and when I can't read your lips, it makes it very difficult to hear what people are saying sometimes.
Absolutely. If anyone wants to start, go right ahead. If anybody has a question or...
Do we want that light on or off?
That's fine.
Turn it off, turn it off.
You want it off?
It's not Victorian, it's electrical.
Is there anybody else in any other room right now?
Just Chris in the kitchen. He's got a recorder going on in there. For house. Very good. I've tried one before.